Well, it went fast. Hey, how y'all doing tonight, man? This is the One Nation Podcast 864, and I'm here with a special guest. Her name is Sheriese Ferguson. Now, let me tell y'all something. Me and Sheriese been talking, and I didn't know that she grew up in the hometown I'm at, Spartanburg, South Carolina, where she's from, y'all. So, can y'all please give Sheriese Ferguson a round of applause, please? I got some people in the background too, Sheriese. I got my wife, everybody clapping for you. So,
Okay.
but
Hey y'all.
say hey, Shawty. But Sharice, let's go here. Since I started off with Spartanburg.
Okay.
Now let me ask you something. What now? I'm from the west side of Spartanburg. Well, I was born on the south side, Village Goins, and I moved to the west side. Now, what part of Spartanburg are you from? You're actually from?
South side.
South
So
side.
south side.
Okay,
So
okay.
like my grandmother grew up in the old toll, and then
South side.
as we got older moved to Phyllis Gowens, and
Okay,
then we moved to North Carolina, came back, stayed in Highland
okay,
until I
okay.
moved to Prince Hall on my own because I had my daughter then.
Okay, ain't nothing
Yeah,
wrong with
so
that.
I've been in all the little parts, south side.
Represent. You named something. You said Tobe. You said Prince Hall. Phyllis
You gotta
Goins.
say the old told now. It's
Yeah,
different.
it ain't the same. You're right. You're right. I know. I think I left Phyllis Goins when I was like 5 or 6. But let's go here. We're gonna talk about what it was like growing up in Spartanburg. I'm gonna go with you first. What was well, you say you bounced around a lot. So what was that like?
I mean, growing up, I experienced, I guess, the both sides, but staying in both the projects
Okay.
and the suburbs.
Okay.
But I would say, like, growing up in the projects, the friends
Mm-hmm.
that I got in, like growing up in the projects or whatever has been my closest relationships. Like, I mean,
Right.
they're like still ride or die to the end. So I mean, it's
Right.
good experiencing both sides, but just having that aspect of it, I would. So those were my strongest friendships that I developed, being in that
Mm-hmm.
area of my life, really.
Okay. Now, what about them friends from the suburbs? What's up with them?
I don't know.
You right.
I mean, I see a few of them on Facebook, but I
It's the reason I asked you that because I'm kind of similar. I guess when I moved to the west side, I moved to Key Pines. There still was apartments. But
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something people don't understand. It's something you said that makes a whole lot of sense, man. When you coming up in the projects and the apartments, everybody know each other. Everybody know
Mhm.
each other. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people, outside looking in, don't understand how much fun we had in the
Right.
project in the apartments. I love it. I wouldn't change it for nothing. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the house I'm in now, but I'm gonna be
Mhm.
honest, man. I met some, like you say, some of my best friends, closest friends, coming up here in
Mhm.
Spartanburg in the projects. That's
Right.
just what it is. That's what it is.
Mhm.
Okay, so when did you move to Atlanta?
I moved in here in '05 after I graduated Wofford. That's where I went
Okay,
to undergrad.
shout
So
out to you.
after
Wow.
that, I was ready to go. My family didn't believe I was gonna leave. It was
Uh huh.
close to graduation. I graduated May '05. I'm like, y'all, I'm moving to Atlanta. They're like, no,
Yeah.
you ain't. I had my U-Haul outside my apartment in
Oh,
June.
you was
Like,
ready.
y'all can help me help me pack. And they like, what? You for real? Like, yeah, we out of here.
So they didn't believe you was going nowhere.
Nah. I initially wanted to move to Florida, but my mom was like, not too far, too fast. So it
Yeah.
was either between Charlotte or Atlanta. So I chose Atlanta. Glad I did. I've been here, it'd be 20 years next
Ooh,
year, which is crazy to think about. But
man, man.
yeah,
Now,
it went by fast.
I've been in and out of Atlanta for during my whole life. Now let me ask you something. How do you deal with that traffic down there? Whoo!
It's a struggle.
I know.
Like, no, I have to, yeah, I'll be real mad when I get to my destination. Like, I be real irritated. I'm not even gonna lie. Like people be trying to talk to me off top. I'm like, give me a second. I need to
Yeah,
decompress because I can't even deal with this traffic. Like even pulling up at my house, I have to sit out in the driveway for a second before, kids and all that start talking to me. Like this traffic,
yeah,
it gets to me. And it's
yeah.
getting worse
It
every
is.
day.
I just
Yeah.
I
We
came.
full, y'all. We full.
Yeah,
Don't
y'all
don't
are. It really is. We came back
don't
through
even
that
come here.
last weekend. My little sister graduated from Tuskegee, so we came back through Alabama. And I
Oh
just told my people, I said, look, man, on the way back, it's gonna be hell. And I said, man, I can't, I couldn't imagine staying down there. But I'm gonna tell you something. You're in a great city. It's a melting
Hmm.
pot. And like they say, if you can't make it in the A, you can't make it nowhere, man. I mean,
That's
now, yeah, now you've been down there 20 years. What is it like down there? I never lived down there. I visit, but what is it like?
I mean, just like anywhere you live, you kind of just have to like find your tribe, find your people, find your group of people. Because I mean, even still, you're gonna run into, you
Mhm.
know, the poor mindset, the scammers. I mean, you just gotta find your people anywhere you go. But the
Yeah.
thing is, it's so many pockets in different areas that you can network in, meet different
Mhm.
people in different cultures that I mean it's easy to do.
All right.
And I mean it's a place where you're never bored. So like if somebody say they bored in Atlanta, you just don't want to come out your house. So that's the good thing about it because when you want to do something, you have so many options. The only
Yeah.
thing we missing is the beach. Like if we had a beach, it'll
Y'all be
be
set.
over with. Like
Yeah. Yeah. But
but
y'all
yeah,
got
it's amazing staying here.
yeah,
Like
y'all
it
got
really
something
is.
going on Monday through Sunday,
Oh
365
yeah.
all the time, man. I'm Atlanta state jumping. Okay, so
Yeah.
we talked a little bit about that, but let's dive into some things here. Um
Okay.
Now, I was telling people, a lot of people wanted to know what I was going to talk about. I said, well, basically financial literacy, and we're going to talk about our people for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about? Why are our people so uneducated on this subject? Or why they don't know as much? Me and you talk. Why they don't know as much as what they should know about where their money is going and how they can use their money to their advantage.
I mean, most of it just deals with the like not trusting, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the information out there because we've been done so wrong by other races on
Okay.
top of our own race, and it's
Yeah.
always the mindset of if you're getting scammed, if this is real, and just like not being taught the proper things, like even from our parents not knowing, they can't teach us what they don't know. So it kind of just trickles down and somebody has to like set the standard like, okay, I need to be the one to break this generational curse because it's so much information out here. It's really no excuse other than you not asking the right questions or looking in the right places or wanting to get the knowledge because it's definitely out here. People just need to find
Mhm.
someone trustworthy, a good source of information, someone they trust, and just, get the information. Like
Mhm.
you can Google it, just make sure it's reputable sources. You got YouTube University, TikTok
Yeah.
University, but
Yeah.
it is some information out here that's wrong, but at the
Mhm.
same time you have to like kind of discern and if you have questions, like
Mhm.
don't be afraid to ask or get the correct information because it's definitely out there for everybody. So it's really no excuse at this point to
You're right.
be financial illiterate about a lot of
Right.
things.
Right. Now, you now can you just tell the people exactly what you deal in? You do credit, all types of things. Explain to people what you're doing. I'm gonna ask you a few questions here and there when you drop
Okay. So I am a financial consultant. I'm partnered
them.
with this company called Nove, which is a credit and money company.
Okay.
So we pretty much offer, if you have a problem, we pretty much have a solution for it when it comes to finances.
Okay.
We deal with personal credit repair, helping. businesses build up their business credit, provide funding, whether it's a startup or a company that's already established. We
Mm-hmm.
offer personal loans,
Okay.
auto refinancing, student loan refinancing, trust
Mm-hmm.
wills, like
Okay.
checking, banking. So pretty much our goal is to help the underserved because most of the time, our credit is bad. So once
Right.
we're able to help restore somebody's credit profile. A lot of times,
Mm-hmm.
because their credit is bad, they're in a car loan with a high payment, a high interest rate. So,
Right.
once we get that taken care of, we're then able to help them refinance their car if they don't want to trade it in, get another car to get them
Mm-hmm.
into lower payment, which frees up money for them to hopefully pay down debt.
Right.
We have a debt relief program that helps
Yeah.
people consolidate debt. The debt relief program like cuts your amount of debt up to 50%.
Mm-hmm.
So any of that amount of debt that you owe, we get
Mm-hmm.
that down to like 50%. That then in turns help free up cash so you can,
Yeah.
invest and do whatever. So our goal is to get the underserved community on
Mm-hmm.
track to where they can start building wealth and legacy for their family.
Now, do you think that with our people, it's more of, let's see, I don't like the word lazy, but I'm gonna say it. You think it's more of us being lazy or just have a fear, of trying to figure out what to do with our money? I hate that word
Um,
lazy, by the way. I'm sorry, but I had
yeah,
to
I
use
got
it.
I think it's probably more so fear.
Okay.
It's
Whew.
a lot of fear that hold people back, and unfortunately, like just talking to people, it seems
Mhm.
like people are so fearful of like their own success. Like if that makes sense, like
They do.
you see yourself in this position, like, oh, I want this car, I want this house, but
Mm-hmm.
then it's like I have the vehicle to get there, but when
Mm-hmm.
I get there, am I gonna maintain, like, how am I gonna handle this? So people are scared to like make those moves that they need to make to get
Yeah.
where they need to be. Um, and then
Mm.
I mean, it's that fear. Again, a major thing is the fear of like being scammed.
Right.
And
Right.
then another thing, like people just scared to invest in themselves. Like I don't know why. I mean, it's just
You're
hard
right.
to get ahead in anything without
Mm-hmm.
investing in yourself. And it's not even necessarily investing money. Like you
Mm-hmm.
invest in time.
Right.
Because
Right.
I hear, all the time when I'm talking to potential clients about possibly, getting their credit repaired,
Right.
um, discussing the fees, which my fees are very reasonable, but I get it.
I
People
got you.
spend their money on what they want to spend their money
Right.
on. And
Right.
you'll hear like, oh, well, I read this, I could do this for free. I could fix my credit for free. And I'm like, okay, you can. Like, you can fix your credit for free. But are you? Like, you've been telling
Yeah.
yourself you can fix your credit for free for the past 3 years. And
Right.
it's not money that you're investing, but it's the time you have to
Right.
invest to do it yourself. You don't even want to invest the time.
Right.
So it's not all about money. People just want to invest their money, their time into
Mm-hmm.
whatever they choose instead of like putting it
Instead of
towards
yourself.
something that's going to help them benefit them and move them ahead. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's really like the main things, and they just want it for free. Want me to spend my time to do their stuff for free
Right.
and on time they don't want to spend to do their own thing.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
What people gotta understand is, I mean, like what you do. And like she say, y'all, her fees are reasonable. I believe you. I believe you. But a lot of people, I don't get it. Like you say, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then when it's a fee involved or a little something like that, they kind of back away. But if you want to get this done, hey, nothing in life is free. And plus,
Hmm.
you're doing this for yourself. You know what I mean? You taking the time out, to basically invest in yourself, get your credit right so you can go make the moves you want to make. Because I don't think people understand. Can you tell people how important credit is? A lot of people don't. And let me say this: I was one of them. I was one of them. So break that down for the people out there if you can.
I mean, credit is everything. Like I
Right,
mean, it really is like
right.
I mean, I don't know no other way to say it. Like you need to move into an apartment, which
Yeah,
they wanting more requirements now to get an apartment than they do a house these days. Like your credit
yeah.
has to be good. Some insurance companies pulling your credit, like
Mm-hmm,
cell phones pulling your credit.
mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, a lot of things just involve around credit, like your car. Some
Yeah,
people credit has to be good to even get a good job. Like, I
yeah. I
mean,
heard
credit
that.
is
Yeah.
just everything. And just for me, like I leverage credit for everything. Like I don't
Okay.
use cash or my debit card ever. Like I be mad when somebody tell me I gotta
Oh,
use cash on my debit card because I'm like, nah, I need to use my credit card because I'm getting points. I need my points because
okay.
those points I use for travel. Those points I can get cash
Mm,
back, and just not like by not leveraging your credit to
mm-hmm.
get these cards that have benefits to them, you're leaving
Right.
money on the table. Like
Okay.
because you're using cash, you're using your debit card. That's money that's being used anyway. That's
Okay.
money that you're going to use anyway. So why not put it on your credit card and then just pay it right off because you have the money, but let your money work for you. So
Yeah.
just for instance, we'll just say you went to the grocery store.
All right.
You
Give me
had a
one. Yeah.
$300 grocery bill. You was
Okay.
going to use your debit card or cash for it.
Okay.
Use your credit card. The $300 you'll get like just for example, my Navy Federal More Rewards card gives
Okay.
me 5 times more points back when I use it at the grocery store.
Okay.
So um that $300 that I would
Mhm.
spend at the grocery store, they'll give me 1,500 back in points. And
Okay.
those points can convert to cash or I can use it for travel or
Hmm.
whatever. But if I was just to use my cash or debit card, that's
Hmm.
just $300 gone.
It
And
is.
I don't get nothing for it. So it's like just leveraging, being able to use your credit to get points to travel and things like that. Like might see a lot of people traveling and they're like, oh, they must got some money. Like a lot of them are using rewards, like seriously,
Okay.
because when I travel, that's what I do a lot of times. Is
I
I'm
see.
a hotel free because I have
Mm.
points racked up to pay
Okay.
for that hotel or to pay for that flight. So just
Okay.
establishing credit and leverage it. Of course, you got to be responsible because
Discipline.
credit
Yeah.
got to be paid back. It
Yeah, it
ain't
do.
messing it out. So you only use what you can pay back. That's the
Yeah.
thing. So use what you can pay back.
Okay. And now, see, you just like I told you, I'm a student tonight. You just schooled me because I got look, I got a credit card when I was younger, which they shouldn't have got for me, and I
Yeah.
just maxed it out and forgot all about it. But now as I got older, I got one, and I'm just using it for different little things, like maybe like you said, grocery store, gas in my car, stuff like that, whatever. But I didn't know the cash, the rewards thing. You just schooled me on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm listening tonight. I'm a student. I'm a
Yeah. So
student.
any credit card you open, like
Uh
when
huh.
you're looking into getting credit cards, don't just go get a credit card. Like you want
Okay.
to get one that's gonna benefit you. Like I travel a lot. So 3 of my cards are giving me stuff back to
Mm-hmm.
travel with. And my more rewards card, those points, like I said, can convert to cash. I have
Okay.
another card that converts the points. Like
Mm.
I bought a lot of people Christmas just off Amazon because I was able to use those points
Yeah.
on through Amazon and I didn't have to pay cash for it because that's money that I've gained just by using my card. So you
Okay.
just want to look to see what benefits those cards have like for your lifestyle to
Mm.
benefit you because a lot of cards out here they don't have like rewards or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that. So when
Okay.
you're looking to get a credit card, make sure it's one that's going to benefit you in one way or the other.
Right. Now, hey, how about this too? Don't get a well. I guess it's based off your credit because, like I said, I'm just getting back into this. The
Hmm.
spending limit you can get. Mine is not that much. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm actually in the process of trying to rebuild my credit, establish credit. But
Mm-hmm.
what's some advice you can give for those who, let's just say the uneducated, like we was talking about. They say, I'm gonna go get a credit card, and they go crazy. What's the limit? And I think a limit they should pick is something that they know they can pay off. You know what I mean? Because I've seen people go a little bit above and beyond, and then they
Mm-hmm.
max it out and they stuck. You know what you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but it's
So,
just
I mean, you're correct with that. Like, you just have to be very disciplined when it comes to credit.
yeah.
But the higher your credit limit is
Mhm.
actually gonna help you in
Okay.
the long run because
Mm.
your utilization of your credit is like 30% of your credit score.
Okay.
So we're just like use me as an example. Like I try to get I'm gonna go for the max they can give me. Like I
Okay.
got a credit card um for $20,000 limit and one for 30,000.
Okay.
Am I gonna ever come close to that?
I hope
No.
not.
No. But I mean, I have it to leverage. That's the good thing about credit. Like it's
Yeah.
easier to get $30,000 than trying to save $30,000. So if you
Hmm.
ever in a bind to where you're gonna need
Yeah.
$30,000,
You
you'll
got it.
have it and you can pay it back monthly, as opposed to like how long is it really gonna take the average person to save $30,000?
You right.
So that's
You right.
another thing with having it to leverage. Again, that
Hmm.
takes a lot of discipline because it has to be paid back. So you
Okay.
only gonna use what you need. But when it comes to those credit limits, it
Hmm.
helps with your utilization because when you have a credit card maxed out, that decreases your credit score.
Yeah.
So the more available credit that you have is going to help keep your credit score high. So you always want to keep your utilization under 30%. 10%
Okay.
is ideal, but
Hmm.
you don't want to go over that 30%.
Okay.
So I mean, having a high credit limit is actually very beneficial when it comes to your credit score.
Okay. Let me ask you this. When it comes to making payments on time and just paying it off, let me ask you. Let's say I got one credit card. It's a small one. It's like a $200 limit or something like that.
Hmm.
It's small. Now, I was, like I say, uneducated at first. I was just making the minimum payment a month. But I
Hmm.
heard, and I'm gonna ask you since you know all about this, is it best to
Hmm.
just pay it off by the end of the month or just make those payments?
You always want to make more than the minimum payment.
Got it.
And
Got it.
again, just long as it's at that 30%
Mm-hmm.
utilization or lower, but definitely want to make more than that minimum payment because that's interest that's being added on. If it don't have to be, just pay it down. You don't have to pay it completely off, but get it down to
Yeah.
10% just so it can keep reporting.
Okay.
But definitely pay more than that minimum payment.
Okay.
And the date when it comes to paying
Uh-huh.
your credit card, you actually want to get in the habit of paying by the statement date.
Okay.
um that's a different date than your actual due date because that
Okay.
statement date is the actual date that's reporting on your credit report, not the
Okay.
due date. So
Hmm.
if you were to like max out your credit card and paid it all off by that statement date,
Yeah.
and that's what's going to report on your credit report, would actually boost your credit score. And then once
Right.
that statement date closed, 2 days after that, if you want to run it up again for whatever reason, you can. But
Gotcha.
just always pay it by that statement date because that's
Yeah.
going to help with your credit score. But if you don't pay it in that high utilization,
Hmm.
you miss that statement date and that high utilization reports on your credit report,
Hmm.
that can bring your score down. So
Okay.
credit is a game. You just gotta
I see. I
gotta
see.
learn to play it. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's it. But that statement date is a very important date that everybody should aim to
Mm.
um pay at least that 30% of whatever balance that you have down on your credit card.
See, you just helped me out. You just educated me on that, so I applaud you for that. Thank you, because
Well,
I needed to know.
yeah.
I
And
need
then, like, if you wanted to, pay the minimum balance after you've paid by that statement date on the due date, if you
uh-huh.
still, owe an amount, then you can do that because it's
Okay,
not going to mess you up because that statement period has already closed.
okay, that's cool.
The due
Okay.
date is just the date that's keeping you from going like late on your credit report. You just
Mm,
have to pay by that date for the late.
I got you. I got you. Well, let's talk about something else, Miss dental hygienist. I
Okay.
didn't know that. Um now let me ask you. You say you graduated from Wofford, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was your major? Was it the dental hygienist or was it something else?
Well, I majored in biology, minored in business finance.
Okay.
Cause initially the plan was for me
Yeah.
to go to dental school and open my own dental practice or whatever.
Okay.
But life. So I was just like, I'm just gonna move to Atlanta and I
Life
was
is
gonna
life.
go to dental school. I mean, I had my daughter because I had my first child
Mhm.
at 15.
Okay.
So it was just hard making arrangements going to dental school and then having somebody to keep her like the first year and all that.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, we're moving anyway. And I was like, I'll go to the school down there. But I ended up getting into mortgage financing, the
Okay.
mortgage lending side.
Okay.
And I did that for 12 years.
Mm.
And so that's where I actually learned a lot in finance that I didn't know from growing
Okay.
up because we didn't talk about bank accounts and
Nope.
annuities and
Nope.
401k
Nope.
savings and all that. And so, with me being a loan officer and a loan processor, I would look at
Okay.
the paperwork
Hmm.
of people, trying to get their homes refinanced or to purchase a home. And I
Hmm.
mean, people sending in bank statements saying annuities, they got $100,000 in the bank. So I'm like, how are they getting this money? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So I actually ended up asking one of my customers. I was just like, look, I ain't
You
trying to be
want to
all
know.
in your business. And I mean, this may not even be appropriate, but can you explain to me what this is? Like, do you mind if I call you and explain? He was like, no, it's
Yeah.
totally fine. And
Okay.
that goes back to people just being scared to ask questions because if
Yeah.
I would have never asked, I probably just would have still been looking at these statements,
Yeah.
wondering what these things are,
Yeah.
how people saving money.
Hmm.
And it was actually like a older white guy who it was, and he was
Yeah.
like so freely and ready to help. So,
Yeah.
it's people out here with the information. Don't be scared to
Hmm.
ask nobody because you may think they may not want to help you or, look at you a certain way. They look a certain way, so you don't think
Right.
they're going to help
Right.
you, but
Right.
ask. Like
Yeah.
everybody got some type of knowledge or something you may can learn from. So
Hmm.
just ask questions. I don't shy away from no questions.
Me.
Like,
I
and
tell,
nobody should shy away from asking them.
no, I tell people all the time. And you know what? You can get a sense of people that want to ask you a question, but they kind of don't because they think it's a dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell people, I'm like, look at man, it ain't no such thing as a dumb question. If you need to know something, by all means,
Mm-hmm.
God gave you a mouth. You need to use it. Ask,
Right.
because it can really help you in the long run. Because I feel like a lot of us uh feel like a lot of questions that we're gonna ask are not up to par, and we don't ask.
Mm-hmm.
We just keep it in, and then look, they moving on with their life because they asked the question and you didn't. Now you sitting over here looking
Mm-hmm.
crazy. But that's what's up. I mean, I didn't because I wanted to ask you what did you go to school for, and you just told me.
Mm-hmm.
Now you was talking about the mortgage loans and everything. You say you did that for 12 years, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
did that from '05 until 2017 because I went back to school in 2015 to get my license for dental hygiene. So
Okay.
I continued to work that until I
Mhm.
graduated and then start practicing hygiene. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Now, which one you like better? Ooh.
Both of them actually. And I
Okay.
think, I guess I just love helping people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, both of them are about educating. Because I'm
Mhm.
educating all day in either field, and just
Mhm.
talking to people. Be happy when they get their results, whatever they need, whether it's
Right.
dental
Right.
care, from having
Right.
periodontal disease to going from that to being healthy, or going from
Mhm.
bad credit to good credit. So I just enjoy pouring into people,
It's good.
advocating for whatever they need help with on both
Mhm.
aspects. So I really enjoy both fields.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
I could say which one burn me out the most,
Yeah.
it would be
Which one?
dental hygiene. Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
you.
dental hygiene.
Okay, so dental hygiene is the one that burns you out the most, more than the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, now I mean, I got mine on, got my braces on. Thank God I got. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, can you tell the people? Okay, because I'm trying to think how I want to say this. The importance of taking care of yourself, period. But
Mhm.
definitely taking care of your teeth and your smile. Now, I had a gap for the longest, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like I told you, it was one of those things where we couldn't afford it back in the day. And then I finally got the money. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get the braces. Now I had people was like, T, come on, you twins, you 20. I think when I got them, I was in my 30s. My bad. And people like, man, we know you for the gap. I was like, nah, bro, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for myself.
Right.
And that's what it boils down to. Can you kind of elaborate on that? Because you say you had braces too. You just got them off.
Yeah.
So
I
well,
I went through the same thing. It was more for I'm doing this for myself because
right.
um and most of my spacing was more so like on the side. You couldn't even see it for real,
Okay.
but it
Okay.
was my issue. I
I
was
got
doing it for myself. People's like, why you paying for braces? Like, you can't even see that. Like, it's bothering me. Like, this is about me, not about
it.
y'all. Um, but at the same time, my mind frame, my way of thinking, I was like, just closing the spacing. But then when
Right.
I actually got my consultation, they was
Mhm.
like, oh, you got a open bite,
Yeah.
all this, that, and the third. And it's really about being functional in the way you
Mhm.
chew, and it can
Right.
affect the way you breathe, and things like that. And people don't think about that. When you think about braces, they're
Yeah.
automatically thinking more cosmetic. Like, I just need to, like you said, fix my spacing, but it can
Yeah.
be other things
Yeah.
that is underlying that needs to be fixed as well that you don't even
Mhm.
think about. So,
Mhm.
just the importance of going to the dentist, getting
Yeah.
those consultations just to see how healthy things are. If there needs to be any type of intervention, like
Yeah.
braces. It may not even be cosmetic, but just to help,
Right.
open up your airway or something, expand
Mhm.
your palate so your tongue can sit right and all that stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a lot.
You're
Yeah,
right.
it's a
When
lot.
you said that consultation, man, when I went, I was like, hey, man, I'm just trying to close this gap. Well, he was like, Mr. Rook, we got some other things I want to show you. I'm like, man, look here, man. I'm just here to
Right.
get this done. Well, we're going to do this, do that. I said, okay. And then I learned, like you say, the importance of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, the way you chew, the way you, even,
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you, them rubber bands do wonders. They
Oh
really
yeah.
do. I was like,
Mhm.
man, ain't no rubber band going to fix this. But when you
Yeah.
start to see it, you like, okay,
Wear your rubber bands. Most
right.
important. You don't wear your rubber bands, it's gonna slow down that treatment, and you
You're
can't
right.
be mad at nobody but yourself.
You're right. You're right. You're right. But yeah, I'm just glad you got to tell people the importance of that. And this, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do tonight. We gonna let me see how I want to do this. I'm gonna play a little game on here. Play a little game on here. Now, let's see. You from we and it's gonna be called Spotberg. All right.
Oh Lord. See, I don't remember Spartanburg. It's been 20 years.
Let me okay
Ask
then.
me about some old look, ask me about old Spartanburg.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can go back old Spartanburg. Let me ask you.
Cause
Let me
I was up
see.
there 2 weeks ago and I rode around. I was like, Lord, what y'all done did some things up
Yeah,
here.
you didn't know we getting a baseball team now. We
Yeah,
are.
I saw you.
You
Was
see the
it you
name?
on your page, the
No,
Spartanburgers?
terrible,
Or so-
terrible, terrible.
What they even call, like, was that real?
Yeah, that's
Is that
real.
the
That's
real
what
name?
they named the team the Hub City Spartanburgers. And I was just
Wow.
like, I told my wife, I was like, hey, you serious? She was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. But anyway, let's do this. When you 20 years ago, we're gonna go back 20 years ago.
Okay.
On a Friday night, where's
Oh
Sheriese
man.
going? Oh yeah, I'm going there.
Friday night.
Give me a hangout.
What club was open?
20
Said
years
like
ago, you
Cool
tell me.
World? Was it Cool World? I don't know. Was it Cool
You're right. You're right. I
World?
give you that one.
They changed the name so many times, but I think it was Cool World 20 years ago.
Yep. It changed the name 4 or 5 times. Okay, let's
Yeah.
go here. You from the South Side, right?
Hmm.
So, what's the one thing you ordering, or did you even go to Pete's restaurant?
I went to Pete.
What's the one thing? What was the best? What was the best thing Pete served in there?
Oh man, what I used to get? I
Oh,
think I just used to get the chili cheeseburger and some onion rings, I think.
okay. Now I'm about to go somewhere with that. Was
Okay.
was that was that one better, or was the beacon better back
Oh, the
then?
beacon. See,
Hey,
see, the beacons was good because it was sloppier, but
right.
Pete's was a little fresher, you know.
Yep, you're right. You're right. You're right. But let me ask you this though, since we on food, now we on the South Side. I'm gonna hit you with two. Would you rather have this South Side? Yeah. Would you rather have boots and sunnies, or would you rather take a
Mm.
little trip down the road a little bit to Sugar and Spice? Which one?
Oh man.
Oh, oh yeah, I'm hitting you. I got you.
See, I thought you were gonna say boots and sunnies are Ricky's. So
Oh,
that
we can
was
do that. We can do that. Now, which one you go? Which one you gonna choose?
I might say Ricky's for the onion rings. Like I love onion rings. Them onion
Okay.
rings used to hit. I don't know.
Okay. You're right. Because what you say, Shade?
Gone.
Yeah, they gone now. Ricky's gone. They gone.
Yeah, they got.
That broke my
See, I
heart.
told y'all gotta ask me 20 years ago because I don't know what's up there now.
All right. Last one. This is gonna
But
be
Sugar and Spice, they shrimp basket. Yeah,
what? You know what? I ain't never had it.
yeah.
Okay, guess what?
Shrimp basket good.
Go get it now. Now that you said that, I'm going to get it now. Now, okay. Let's see. Last one. How I want to do this. Okay, easy. The fair is in town 20 years ago, right?
Mhm.
Now, well, since we're on the topic of food, what are you getting from the fair? Are you going with the candy apple, or are you going with the funnel cake? Which one?
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
I
tough.
gotta get a funnel cake.
Oh, okay. You
I
can't
gotta
deal.
get a funnel cake.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I couldn't deal with them candy apples.
Yeah, I gotta get the funnel cake.
That wasn't hitting on nothing. That wasn't hitting on nothing.
Yeah.
Well, look, you pass with flying colors. You know spot.
Yeah, don't ask me nothing. Yeah, from '05. Like
Okay.
now I don't roll around like y'all got the little the medical school up
Yep.
there.
On Howard Street.
Yeah, Howard
Yeah.
Street. Cause
Yeah.
my dad, he stay in those new apartments that they built right there. So when I went
Yeah.
to visit him, I was
Mhm.
like, okay, I didn't even know that was up there. So I
Yeah.
mean, that's dope. They getting stuff
Yeah.
in the city.
Yeah.
So
But we
I
can't.
see
We're
they
never.
coming up with a new lounge up there. They look dope. Euphoria or something. I saw somebody posting. They like it's
Yeah.
gonna be a dope little spot.
Yeah, but you got all the dope spots down there with you. I mean, let's just be real. Every
Yes.
365 days a year, y'all got them.
Look, sometimes I mean I love the brunch, but sometimes I
Yeah.
don't want nobody dancing on the table while I'm trying to eat my
Right.
waffles and
Right.
chicken.
No,
Like, calm down, we trying to eat. Like
yeah. Now I'm gonna say
sometimes they
something.
be turning up a little too much. Just
Yeah.
sit down, eat your food. It's too early for hookah right now at 10 o'clock in the morning. Like,
Now, do they really get carried away like that at some of them brunches down there?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, God.
It could be a bit much sometimes.
Yeah, you're right. That's when you got to be like, okay, like you said, calm down a little bit. I'm here to
Yeah,
eat, not all that. Wait till a certain
right.
time. Turn up. Okay, so since we're doing that, give me before we get out of here, give me three things. Give me the spot. If I want to go to brunch in Atlanta, give me one of them. And then we'll go to the next question. What's the brunch spot in Atlanta? So many. Look at it.
Breakfast at Barney's is really nice. They
Breakfast at
have
brunch.
yeah, good
I
food,
seen that
good
on
drinks.
TikTok. Okay,
Mm-hmm. So
okay,
that's a good brunch spot.
okay. Now, if I'm trying to take the wife out for an evening, well, give me a nice luxury restaurant. Cause she be
Uh,
liking that high dollar stuff sometimes. Look at her looking at me.
Look at him.
let me see. It's so many.
I know. I know.
Like steakhouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh it's a really like I don't know if y'all like Brazilian steakhouses, but it's a place called Pasador that's amazing. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
it's
She's
it's
smiling.
nice. The ambiance is nice.
Pass it.
Yeah, Pasador. It's
But I'm
good.
pretty sure I can find them on TikTok.
I'm not allowed to take out.
Yeah. And like if
Oh,
you like seafood, seeing that seafood is good. It's so many. It's so many. It's
I
so
know.
many.
It's a million. It's a million. Now,
Yeah.
last one. This going are you a sports fan? Come on, tell the truth.
Not Atlanta.
Okay, okay. Well, let's do this. Is you're football or basketball? Which more? Which one more?
Football.
Okay, give me your football team. Don't
Eagles.
say what I think you're gonna say. Who you say?
Eagles.
Okay, the Eagles. Woo! You know who I thought you were gonna say?
Hey. Who?
Cowboy.
Oh God, no.
No, I'm glad you didn't say that.
Oh no.
Because you find so many people, like real talk, it's so many people down here, like in South Carolina, it's Cowboy fans. I'll be like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Panthers ain't, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I had to get that from you. You're an Eagles
But
fan.
when we was growing up, because a lot of people here, they wonder why I'm not a Panthers fan.
Right.
And
Right.
I mean, we didn't have a team. So I think that's where, like, when I was growing up, like my dad and brothers, they like the 49ers. That was the team growing up for me. But I guess I had to be different. And I picked the Eagles. I mean, because I like McNabb back then. So I've been a fan with them since
Okay.
then. And I just stayed loyal. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't switch up once we got the Carolina Panthers. I just stayed down.
I feel
Which was a good choice, by the way.
Yeah, y'all doing your thing. And you doing your
Yeah.
thing.
But I think that's where a lot of them Cowboy fans come from. It was like either 49ers or Cowboys back in the day. And then people kind of just, stayed with it unless they decided to switch up when we got the Panthers.
I just ran with my favorite players. I don't bounce from team to team to team, but they can't stand.
You one of those.
One of them. Where he go, I go.
You like my mama. She'll call me, what team we going for again today?
Yeah. You're right. And I got my son the same way. Dad, what team we going for? So, all right, that's what we going for.
Right.
That's what we going for. But look, I've enjoyed this. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do this again, though. We're gonna do this again, and we're gonna try to get some more people on here. What I want to try to do is get you to kind of educate some people, while we're doing this. Now, don't give them everything because you're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can get some people and we can pay that fee because I'm definitely one that's gonna talk to you about getting my credit right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you got questions for me. I mean, you got my number. Hit me up on Facebook or text me or whatever. We can talk about it. So
okay,
I'm here.
Okay, that's a bit. Well, you know what? I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had Sheriese Ferguson on tonight. We had a good time with her, and she's She's doing her thing down in Atlanta in the A, but she's originally from the Bird. Now, don't get it twisted.
Oh,
But
I still rep. I still rep.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, Sheriese, it's been good talking to you tonight. And like I say, once this ends, you can share this, do whatever you want to do with it, and we'll get you on next time.
All right. Thank you for having me. Y'all have a good evening.
You too. And this is the One Nation Podcast 864. See y'all later. Peace.